Could Bitcoin actually be damaging our environment as it requires a huge amount of electricity when being mined? So recently, Bitcoin reached a new peak of $48,000 after it was announced that Tesla had bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin or 40,000 coins. And as expected, some negative news came about how Bitcoin was consuming so much electricity and actually surpassing many nations in the world. So a team affiliated with Cambridge University published a model in 2017 called the Cambridge Bitcoin Electricity Consumption Index, and this provides a real-time estimate of how much electricity Bitcoin uses annualized. This model currently shows that the current annualized electricity consumption of Bitcoin is around 121 terawatt hours, or 121,000 gigawatt hours. When referencing this with the electricity consumption of many nations around the world provided by the Energy Information Administration, it is a bit worrying that Bitcoin actually surpasses the UAE, Netherlands, Philippines, and Pakistan based on annualized electricity consumption, especially as these nations have tens of millions or even hundreds of millions of people. But when you take a look at what Bitcoin actually plans to replace, which is gold, gold has an annualized electricity consumption of around 150 terawatt hours, or 150,000 gigawatt hours. While the consumption is definitely larger than Bitcoin's, the market cap of gold is $10 trillion, while the market cap of Bitcoin is currently at around $900 billion. So while Bitcoin only has 9% of the market cap of gold, it's actually using almost the same amount of electricity. But it must be taken into account that Bitcoin is available digitally, while gold mining has lots of other toxic waste and environmental impacts such as landscape damage, forests being burned, and so on. For example, recently Tesla bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and if it had bought $1.5 billion of gold, it would have need to transfer 25,000 kilograms of gold, or 25 tons. But since Tesla bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, they only need to pay a relatively small transferring fee. Also, according to the Cambridge Center for Alternative Finance, 39% of Bitcoin's energy outlay derives from renewables, while 76% of miners use some form of renewables. Also, Bitcoin incentivizes energy efficient ways of mining so as to reduce cost and be more efficient when mining. Also, you can choose to compare Bitcoin's energy consumption with that of fiat currency around the world, in which ways it's really obvious that fiat currency obviously requires way more energy. But I decided to use gold in this example as Bitcoin is going towards the direction of becoming a digital gold, as no one wants to sell their Bitcoin as the price is so volatile, especially so when your 10,000 Bitcoins used to buy some pizza 10 years ago could now be worth $500 million. Also, Bitcoin mining is probably not going to skyrocket as 88% of all Bitcoin has been mined already. So this leaves another 3 million, and based on current estimates, it would take another 120 years for everything to be mined. Also, the Bitcoin reward for mining a block is halved every 4 years. So this also reduces Bitcoin mining and its environmental impacts. Also, other cryptocurrencies are way more efficient than Bitcoin, as Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comment section below, and also do consider subscribing as only a really small percentage of viewers are actually subscribed, and these videos take quite a while to make. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.